Hey, Miss Potts.
If you find this recording, don't feel bad about this. Part of the journey is the end. Just for the record, being adrift in space with zero promise of rescue is more fun than it sounds. Food and water ran out 4 days ago. Oxygen will run out tomorrow morning. That'll be it. When I drift off, I will dream about you. It's always you.
Thanos did exactly what he said he was going to do. He wiped out 50% of all living creatures.
We lost, all of us. We lost friends, we lost family. We lost a part of ourselves. This is the fight of our lives.
This is gonna work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't.
Hi, is anyone home? This is Scott Lang. We met a few years ago at the airport in Germany. Got out really big.
Is this an old message?
Ant-Man, I know you know that.
It's the front door.
That's me. Can you buzz me in?
Hey, what's up guys, it's Aladdin. Marvel just dropped some huge Avengers Endgame spoilers that we have to talk about. Before I get started though, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It definitely helps out the channel grow and lets others like you stay tuned with the latest shows and movies. Marvel is a master when it comes to keeping its superhero flicks a secret as long as possible. They will do anything and everything to mislead the fans with their trailers and even circumvent the truth if needed. And what's crazy about it all is that we accept it and still believe whatever we see. But some of the stars that play our favorite characters sometimes can't help themselves and end up slipping up some of the little details about the movie, which can either be good or bad depending on who you're asking. We've seen stars throughout the years provide little details about films which ended up actually leaking some key points of the film, which I don't think they were intentionally trying to do. It was mainly a slip up, so we can't hold them accountable for that. But we have seen several stars from the MCU drop spoilers along the way for Avengers Infinity War, which could have ruined the film for some, but others might have wanted to know some key details and all. Last year when Avengers Infinity War dropped, everyone was speculating what was going to happen and what the plot was going to be about. Once we finally saw what happened, many fans automatically jumped to theories about what could happen in this year's Avengers Endgame. One key star, Tom Holland, who plays Spider-Man, is known for slipping up a lot and is always spilling details about the latest MCU films. Marvel had to make sure that they gave Tom Holland some fake news in case he had said anything. But one thing that Tom Holland did practically confirm was that Doctor Strange would travel back in time and talk about the quantum realm with some of the other Avenger characters. But that's not the main spoiler of the video now. What we learned is another major key character from the first MCU films is actually leaving the MCU after Avengers Endgame, Pepper Potts. It's no surprise now that Tony Stark, played by Robert Downey Jr., has created the MCU to what it is now. He's basically the main pillar of the Avengers as well as someone who has ended up shaping the 21st century of the MCU movies. But with that said though, although Tony Stark didn't just do this all by himself, he had the help and influence from Pepper Potts, who provided him with the insights and knowledge on how to do things and figuring out what is right and wrong. When we first got our first look at Avengers Endgame trailer a few months back, we saw a broken Tony sitting in a spaceship far in the galaxy talking to his helmet, which ended up showcasing him recording one last video to Pepper, which seemed to indicate that we might lose Tony. Fast forward a few months now, and this time we get another trailer where it looks like Tony managed to get back on Earth with the rest of the OG Avengers gang. Now what's sad about all this is that Pepper will be leaving after this Avengers Endgame, which creates the topic of what will they do with her character. Will she survive the Endgame or will they send her off somewhere with Tony or what? The actress Gwyneth Paltrow did an interview with Variety where she confirmed that she would retire her character after Endgame, leaving this statement. I mean, I am a bit old to be in a suit and all at this point. I feel very lucky that I did it because I actually got talked into it. I was friends with Iron Man director Jon Favreau. It was such a wonderful experience making the first Iron Man and then to watch how important it has become to fans. Now, if we look closely at what she said in that statement, we can tell that she will be wearing the rescue suit. Only question is why. It's hard to actually tell why she'll be in that suit, but I do feel like it does fit to a nice farewell for her character just to be in it once more. Another key member of Avengers, Captain America, played by Chris Evans, has also reported that he will be leaving the MCU eventually, hanging up his suit for Captain America once Avengers Endgame comes out. A while back ago, Chris Evans had announced that he had completed his final day on the set for the MCU, and most fans took this as him saying that he might die in Endgame. Evans had then went back on social media to indicate that he didn't mean to spoil anything for Avengers Endgame, as well as the director's pitch again saying that Evans isn't finished with the role as Captain America. But back to Pepper. Pelcher also said in another statement that her character might not die in Endgame, since she said that she is willing to come back to the MCU to do some cameos in future films. I feel honored to be part of something that people are so passionate about. Of course, if they said, "Can you come back for a day?" I will always be there if they need me. Another reason why I don't expect Pepper to die in Endgame is due to an interview Paltrow gave back last summer where she was talking about Pepper's and Tony's relationship. Pepper and Tony had a real long journey together. She obviously starts as a dutiful assistant and then the relationship evolves, and now they decide later they're married and they have a child. Their relationship has evolved in all of the ways that great romance evolve. For any of this to even happen, Pepper must survive the snap from Thanos from Infinity War as well as the events from the Endgame. But what do you guys think about all this information? How do you feel about Pepper Potts not being in the MCU anymore? Do you feel like it's not a big deal, or will it take a toll on Tony? I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. Leave your comments in the comments section and let me know what you guys think will happen in Avengers Endgame as well as Pepper Potts' fate. Overall, I want to say thank you all for watching again. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like and hit that subscribe button for more videos about Avengers Endgame as well as any other Marvel movie. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.